Common local complications of infusion therapy. Local complications of infusion therapy occurs adverse reaction or a trauma to vein puncture site. A correct technique of IV insertion is a primary factor in a prevention of complications of IV therapy. Along with the correct technique of insertion and the frequent assessment and monitoring of the vein puncture site will also helps to minimize the complications of IV therapy. If you are administering IV fluids, be alert for signs and symptoms of complication and preventive measures. Now let us see the complications of IV therapy. The first one is infiltration. Infiltration is the unintended administration of non-vesicant drug or a fluid into subcutaneous tissue, and it occurs when the fluid or a medication leak into surrounding tissue. A vesicant drug means a drug that can result in tissue necrosis or formation of blisters, or simply the drug which irritates the tissue. Infiltration can be caused by improper placement or dislodgement of the catheter, and even patient movement can cause the catheter to slip out, or by poorly secured infusion devices. So now let's check out the signs and symptoms of infiltration. The first is coolness of the skin around the site, skin blanching, edema at above or below the insertion site, leakage at insertion site. There is a difference in the size of opposite hand or arm. The next complications of IV therapy. Extravasation. Extravasation is the unintended administration of vesicant drugs. It happens when the vesicant medication escapes into the surrounding tissue by cannula puncturing the wall of the vein and the fluid leaking from the vein at the insertion site. In the picture you can see how the vesicant medication escapes into the surrounding tissue. The first picture shows that the cannula puncturing the wall of the vein and the vesicant medication escapes into the surrounding tissue. Signs and symptoms of extravasation. It is same as in infiltration and can also cause burning, stinging pain, redness followed by blistering, tissue necrosis and ulcerations. The differences between infiltration and extravasation is, in infiltration we administer non-vesicant drugs, and in extravasation we administer vesicant drugs. Now the next common complications of IV therapy is phlebitis. A phlebitis is an inflammation of the vein. There are mainly three types of phlebitis. The first is mechanical phlebitis, chemical phlebitis, and bacterial phlebitis. Mechanical phlebitis is the most common type of phlebitis, and it may occur from a large catheter placed in a small vein, and it also occurs by a vein trauma during catheter insertion or a movement of an improperly secured catheter within the vein. Chemical phlebitis. Chemical phlebitis occurs when a vein becomes inflamed by irritating or a vesicant solution or a medications, and it is associated with the response of the vein intima to a certain chemicals infused into or placed within the vascular system. It is an inflammatory response can be created by the solution or by a vesicant medications. Next is a bacterial phlebitis. It is an inflammation of the vein and a bacterial infection, which can be caused by a poor aseptic technique during the insertion of the IV catheter. A bacterial phlebitis is mainly caused by the contamination of the IV systems during the catheter insertion or manipulation, or by using the poor skin antisepsis. The main signs and symptoms of phlebitis are redness at the site, skin warmness, swelling, palpable cord along the vein, increase in temperature of the skin. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel.